Well, let's get started seated. All those near and far. Sit on a block, stack our spine, find a comfortable seat. Any little movements or wiggles you need before coming into stillness, we can do those now. But once you feel set, close the eyes down. Become conscious of our breath, and without working too hard, take a few deeper breaths, allowing the belly to expand as you inhale and gently pulling the navel toward the spine as you exhale. Allowing the body to soften, getting heavier into the sits bones. And let's simply allow today to be whatever it needs to be, without this idea of performance or needing to achieve a certain outcome in order to be worthy. We might bring our attention to just below the nose, the upper lip, feeling the breath as it comes in, a little cool. Feeling the breath as it's leaving the nostrils, it's a little warmer. And let's rest in that awareness. That's our concentration point for today. Just continuously feeling the breath as it moves in and out, not controlling or overly deepening the breath, just more observing. And as we move through the breath practices and the asana and anything else that we are doing today after class, can we take the pressure off, release the perfectionism, and simply show up? And we're keeping this awareness on the nose as we sink more and more into this comfort, this effortlessness of rest. Noticing the stream of thoughts without judging them or getting attached to any outcome that this has to be the most profound meditation or this has to be the perfect dancer's pose. It just is today. these ideas that we have about what we need to do in order to be worthy might have just been a thought that you had as a child, something you've carried with you for over 20 years, and you realize it's time to let that go. If anything is coming to mind as far as what are you holding on to? Or better, what still has a hold on you? And it might dissolve instantaneously, or it might be a step-by-step process. But let's be willing to, with the assistance of our breath, just watch what's coming up. Compassion. Going right into the emotion, not trying to run from it. And using these practices to return a little bit closer to our essence today. Is there some story you're ready to let go of? Something on a to-do list? Last minute or so to observe the breath on the upper lip while waiting for anything that might be ready to shift. To feel complete, we can bring our hands into a prayer, adding in any other intention that feels good for you, smiling slightly to help this intention come true. If you're ready to release your prayer, let the hands drop. Since we have been focusing on the navel or the nostrils, let's move into opposite nostril breathing. Beautiful balancing exercise for the brain. We start by exhaling out the left nostril. Breathing in through the left nostril. We seal it, exhale out the right. Breathing in through the right. Seal, exhale out the left. Let's do 10 rounds of that. And we want to take nice deep breaths here, using the constriction of the one nostril to slow down the inhales and the exhales. But we don't need to perform. It doesn't have to be the biggest, grandest, longest breath. But we want the breath to be slow so that the mind can slow. Last few. Maybe one more. Next time you exhale out the left nostril, you can drop the hands, breathe in through both. You might hold your breath at the top to support this observational space. Let's start some barrel rolls with the torso, shifting to the right and forward as we inhale, to the left and back as we exhale. 5 in each direction. Beginning to target the low back. And 5 the other direction. Inhaling to the left and forward, exhaling to the right and back. Good. Let's remove the block. Extend the legs out in a V shape. Hands on the shins or the knees. We'll inhale through center, exhale over to the right. Inhale through center, exhale to the left. Using the inhales to bring us up, using gravity and the exhales to fold and twist. A little bit of strength in the leg you're folding toward, a little bit of push down through the heel. Do 3 more each side. Just a nice melodic Kundalini life nerve stretch is what it's called. Next time you're on the left, let's stay. 3 breaths. Last one. Maybe supporting the head with the left hand. Reach the right arm up, potentially over or behind the body. 3 breaths. Slowly up to center and release. Left shoulder across the body toward the right knee. 3 breaths and a fold and hold. Good. Spiraling open. You can use the right hand to support the head. Reaching the left arm over the body or behind. 3 breaths. Going back up to center. Slowly starting to shift and rotate the feet. Working on some internal and external rotation. Then we'll bring our feet a little bit closer together to get more out of it. And then slowly bringing our feet even closer. Nice big rotations. Just a few more on each side. And next time, the right leg is in front and bent at 90 degrees. The left leg is to the side. We'll create a 90 with both legs. Hinging forward, trying to keep our back flat to start. Taking a few breaths here. Pressing down through the right hip, pressing down and rotating internally with the left hip. As we're ready, we can round the spine, bring the forearms down, or dropping deeper into this stretch. If you like, you can fold toward the right foot, over the shin, or across over the knee, the thigh. And choose what's feeling good for you today. Maybe exploring all 3. As you're ready, coming up through center, we'll try to internally rotate this left leg. So with our right hand to support us if we need, internally rolling that back leg. You might reach back with the left hand, hold the left foot, add a little bit more internal rotation. Releasing that left leg, potentially hovering, bringing the left leg around, dropping into a fire log pose, and coming back. Try it 2 more times, shifting. It's okay if you don't get there. Might look like this. That's perfect. Might look like this. Good. Setting that left leg back, we're going to switch sides. So come through center, how we started, and over to the left. Adjusting the feet to try to make 2 90-degree angles. First, we hinge forward for a few breaths. Trying to keep the low back flat. Pressing down through both legs. If you're ready, you can start to fold forward. And again, we could explore being toward the foot with our fold, and the middle over the shin, or across. You find what feels good for you. Might be different from the other side. Last 2 breaths. And come up, using our left hand to support us as we try some internal rotations in this right leg. If you don't need the hand, you don't need to use it. You might reach back with the right hand, grab the right foot, add a little bit more in there. And releasing, hovering the right leg, swinging it around the best you can. You might end here, you might end here, you might end here. 2 more times, back, up. Last one. Beautiful. Come through center, plant the feet, hands go behind, and let's lift up into reverse tabletop. If you'd like a little bit more hip opening, you can bring your right ankle to your left knee. Try the other side. Get into the forearms and the wrists a little bit more. Shift the knees forward. Bringing those shoulders into bigger extension. Just 3 more breaths. You could also turn the hands out to the side or back if that helps. Let's cross the ankles. Reach the hands forward, coming into a tabletop position. Stepping our right leg back, press back. Come back through center, kickstand the left foot, shift the left hips back. Come back to center. Bringing the right foot a little bit more forward now. Shift back. Maybe on the blade edge of the right foot and back to center. Left foot a little bit more forward. Shifting back. Inhale back to center. One more time. Right foot at where the knee was. Shifting back and up to center. Left foot where the knee was or forward. Shifting back to center. Let's reach our right leg back in the air. A few times internally and externally rotating the leg guided by the foot. Feeling how that shifts our weight, shifts our feeling. Let's go into a full side plank here. The right foot can be down, I guess a full modified side plank. My goal here is to stretch the intercostal muscles in the ribs and stretch my lats. So I'm trying to round my spine a lot, keeping most of the weight in my left knee. Good, and back to center. Lifting the left leg up, flexing the foot down, and rotating it open a few times. Feeling how that shifts the weight in the hips. It's okay. Eventually shifting all the way up till we stack for a modified side plank. Again, my goal here could be different from yours. Mine is to stretch my side body, the muscles between my ribs, and my shoulder, my armpit. Coming back to center. Let's do some cat-cows, potentially rolling the spine from sacrum all the way up to head and tucking the tailbone, waving the spine. You want to target your upper back. You can bring your hands a little bit closer to your knees. Want to target your lower back. You can walk your hands farther away. Might drop one elbow at a time. Just some improv movements. Your body knows what movements to do to help unstick you. So just watch the body move. Since we are going to be doing some flows, moving into having more weight on our hands, a wrist stretch or two might be valuable, is valuable. Last little warm up here. Let's slide our right knee forward and turn our right foot out. So we're just in an elevated pigeon here. We might tuck our back foot and add a little bit more intensity to this, but we're pushing down in both directions. I'm pulling my left hip forward. I'm driving my right hip back. I'm a little bit active. I'm a little bit bouncing. I don't need to hold this. It's kind of proof that I can control this range of motion. And let's try something strange. Let's lean forward and drive this left leg forward. Balance on the left leg for a second, or the right leg for a second. And then shift into a camel, just a baby camel. Squeezing the glutes, moving forward, moving up for 3 breaths. Good. Coming back to center. You can plant the hands to walk that right leg back for, again, this elevated half pigeon. That is more just a warm up for the hips. Also feels like a good stretch for the bottom of my right foot when my toes are tucked, or focusing on my hips here. Last breath. Leaning forward, driving this right knee, finding a little bit of balance on the left shin or not. Stepping the right foot forward, left foot follows. We'll drop into a little squat. If you'd like the surfer stretch, you look to your right shoulder, try to drop your left knee down. You come back to center, you look to your left shoulder, right knee comes down. Pretend you're in the barrel, grabbing the rail, living life. Good, last breath or two. Good, and let's find a forward fold, planting the hands, lifting the hips, letting the upper body be heavy. Bend your left knee and pull your right hip back, potentially reaching your right hand forward about a foot and across. Keeping the low back rounded here to pull on the low back, the QL, the psoas. Releasing that, bending the right knee, reaching the left hand across, pulling the left hip back, side body stretch, low back stretch. And back to center. Maybe grabbing opposite elbows, some bobs, and shake the upper body. And check in with the feet, maybe spread the toes, engage the arches. Pull the belly in. We'll slowly start to roll up to stand, keeping the head close to the legs. Reaching the arms up. And dropping our hands to prayer. All right, let's do some sun A's. Bringing the feet about hips width distance. A hand print from the top of the mat. Breathe in and reach up. Exhale and fold forward. Halfway lift, nice flat back. Plant the hands, walk or step back. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lower down, knees, chest, chin, or however you're warming up. A back bend to breathe in. Cobra, locust, up dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Good. Look forward. Hop or step to the front of the mat. Take a halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Roll up to stand. Breathe in. Hands to your heart. Breathe out. Continuing that motion. Breathe in. Fold. Breathe out. Halfway lift. Hop or step back. Lowering down. Inhale is our back bend. Exhale takes us to downward facing dog for 3 breaths. So you're ready, hop or step forward, breathing into the halfway lift, folding exhale. Rolling up to stand with our breath in, with a reach, and bring our hands back to a prayer. Good, let's do one more on our own. Following our breath. Beautiful. All right, from the top of the mat, we'll lift our left leg up, step back into warrior one. So our left foot can be nice and wide toward the side of the mat. Right foot is wide, also toward the other side. Really try to activate the back foot and drive forward. Then use your front foot to press your right hip back and lift your chest. Last 3 breaths. Placing our hands down inside our right foot. This is our breath in. Breath out, back to plank. And lowering down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring our right ankle to our left knee. Start to bend into a figure 4 shape in downward facing dog. And you might walk your hands a little closer to your feet to deepen this. And you might keep walking back And keep walking back until you're in a figure four chair. You can inhale, come up. Good, just 3 more breaths. Good, slowly bringing the hands back down, walking out into a figure four plank. Good, inhale, 3-legged dog, press through the fingers, reach up and back, open the hip. I'd say it's okay not to have square shoulders here. If you want to have square shoulders, keep strict in that right armpit. 1 more breath. Looking forward, big exhale, drive your knee to your nose and step forward. Look forward, big splits as you inhale. Exhale, step to the front and fold. Pull the belly in, press through the feet. Inhale, back up to stand. And our hands to prayer. Left foot steps to the left side of the mat, right leg, big step back for warrior one. Take time to set up your shape. Arms up, belly in. Right hip spinning forward by driving off the right foot. Left foot, press forward to send left hip back. Last 2 breaths. Good. Exhale, look down, plant your hands. Lizard pose just for 1 breath in. Exhale back to downward facing dog. This time left ankle to right knee and sink into your right knee. Stretch the calves. Slowly walking our hands back and pause. And back further. Pause. Moving toward the back of the mat. You can stay in the fold if that works for you, or come up into a figure four chair. Looking at one spot, pulling the belly in. Last breath here. And releasing our hands back down. Walking forward, out into a plank, keeping the hips open. And release, 3-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, open the hips. No tension here in the neck. Square shoulders or twisting, whatever you desire. Last inhale. Look forward, drive off your right foot. Big exhale, press through the hands. Plant the foot. Inhale, deep split. Exhale, step forward and fold. Rolling up to stand. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good. Shifting onto our right foot. Let's find tree pose. Either kickstand on the floor. Again, we're opening our hips here on our calves or all the way up to the adductors. Good. 3 more breaths. Step back into warrior two, moving gracefully, landing light. Spiral the left arm open. The legs are now on one line. Hips are square, shoulders are stacked over the hips. Good. Lift the right hip up so we don't want it to be underneath our left hip and move just a little bit deeper. Last 2 breaths. Reach the right arm up and back. Don't straighten the right leg yet. Good. Back to warrior 2. Press through the right foot. Find triangle. Just 4 breaths. Spiraling the left hand toward the right foot. And then through a wide leg forward fold, right hand, left foot. And back again, left hand, right foot. And let's bend our knees and sink our hips as low as we can in this sumo position. And then let's walk our hands to our left foot for a lateral lunge. Staying here or moving into a skandasana. Heel up, heel down, hands forward or back. Walking our hands or shifting back to the front of the mat for lizard one more time. So if you want to focus on the front hip, you can walk your foot a little bit farther forward, keep your knee stacked over your heel or even behind your heel. If you want to work on the back leg, keep it straighter, sink forward more. Last 3 breaths. Let's drop the left knee down and come on up to center. Either a prayer hand twist or hook your triceps delt on the outside of your right knee. So bringing this arm across the body, pulling the belly in, finding a deep twist, or hands in prayer. I love this twist because it compresses my hip flexors. Dang, there's a bug in my water. Good. Looking down, release the hands. Step back to plank. Take a breath in. Move forward and down as we exhale. Open up, upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Left foot to the center line, right leg up. If you'd like to flip your dog, you can spin onto the left foot, pinky edge. Right leg comes over the body, planting through the right foot, driving down through the legs. Squeeze the glutes. Last 3, 2. Good. Come back to center. Look at your left hand. Step your right leg to the top. Breathe in, high lunge. Exhale, step. Samastiti. Shifting on to the left side for tree, kickstand, calves, or adductors. Last 3 breaths. A slow release, right leg to the back of the mat for warrior 2. Right arm spins open. Common mistakes are to stick the butt out and soften the belly. We want to neutralize the low back. Reach in both directions. Move a little bit lower. Good. Don't move your left leg. Breathe in, reach up and back. Exhale, straighten your left leg, but don't lock it out for triangle. 4 breaths. Looking down at your left foot, reach your right hand down, spin the foot. Find some TikToks again in wide leg forward fold, or you could hold for a twist on either side. You can also plant your hand through the center for an easier twist. Option for a headstand here, forearm headstand, anything that's feeling good. I might do a headstand. Nice job, Rakshita. Way to commit. Last 3 breaths. Starting to bend the legs, shifting side to side. We're going to end up at the back of the mat, bending our right leg, either in this deep lateral lunge or skandasana. Heel up is okay, heel down is okay. 4 breaths. So you're ready, walk your hands back to the front of the mat for lizard. 5 breaths. Again, either focusing on the back leg, keeping it super engaged and dropping the hips slightly, or focusing on the front leg, walking that left leg forward, or both, or neither. Last 3 breaths. Good. Let's drop our right knee down and lift our torso up. Either prayer twist, driving the triceps into the thigh and pressing into the hands, or going a little deeper, working our rear delt triceps onto our knee and extending our right hand down for a deeper twist. Last 2 breaths. Good, release. Plant your hands, vinyasa of your choice. Lifting the left leg up from downward facing dog, spinning onto the blade edge of the right foot, slowly bringing the left toes to the floor, squeeze the back side of the body, stretch the front side for 5. Looking down at your right hand, shift slightly, step that left foot up, high lunge, breathing in, and step to the top of the mat, breathe out. Beautiful, shifting onto our right foot. Let's grab the outside of our left foot with our left hand. Reaching the right arm out for balance. Let's begin to kick and pull with just enough pressure, either keeping this left leg bent or working it. It all starts in your feet. So what's that right foot doing? Can you feel your toes? Can you feel the heel mound? Activating the arches, squeezing the glutes. It all starts in the foot. Last 3, 2, good, release. Shake it out. Shifting onto the left foot, feeling solid in our ability to give pressure. Grabbing the outside of the right foot or the big toe. Extend the left arm out for balance. Start to pull and kick, and maybe opening up to the side, and maybe extending. And check in with that left foot. I love balancing poses because you can't really think about anything else except for trying to balance. Last 2. Last 1. Release. Nice. All right, one more time. Let's sit into a yoga squat, malasana. If there was only one shape to work, you could only do one yoga pose every day, this would be the pose. Helps you breathe better, digest better, challenges many of the joints in your body. So can we, with a flat back, reach our arms up, keep our shoulders away from our ears, keeping our low back neutral. Push the knees out a little bit, raven. Lift the hips up just a little bit, but turn your feet more forward. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Activate the feet, roll them open. Keep rolling them open. Good. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Look up, bend the back. Good. Come onto your seat. And let's set up for half pigeon is a great option. We did a lot of hip work. We can get deeper in here. Another option would be fire log pose. That's where our right ankle would be on the bottom first. Our left ankle would go past our right knee, and our shins are parallel. This is a little bit more intense. Again, traditionally the ankle is past the knee, and the knee is before the ankle, parallel lines. You could high five your feet. That looks like you just high fived your feet. Good job, feet. Oh, God, I was way too serious during this class. Last few breaths. Really, this is an uncomfortable shape. Really? Yeah, some people do. I mean, that's like this is both external rotation and both in flexion. That one you got extension and flexion. Yeah. Yeah. Find a counter shape that works for you from either pigeon or firefly. Maybe you want to internally rotate the legs again. We'll set it up on the other side and either half pigeon, slowly working your way down, or now left shin on bottom, right ankle past the left knee, flexing both the feet, potentially hinging forward slightly. We use our breath to be okay with this discomfort. Last few breaths. As you're ready, slowly coming out. Taking whatever counter pose feels good to you. Let's make our way onto our back. You guys want to do hero's pose? I feel like that could be very nice. Yes. Okay. So, hero's pose, great release, can release your hip flexors or can make them tighter. So, I like to use blocks because I'm not completely fold in half bendy. So, having my heels just outside my glutes, I can walk my hands out to the side and be received on these blocks. There's many ways to set up the blocks. We'll tuck our tailbone under slightly, pull our navel in. Try not to overextend your low back. It's only going to tighten your hip flexors. You want a little bit more of an active hero's pose. You can inhale, tuck your tailbone, push through your legs, squeeze your glutes, and then exhale, relax. Inhale, tuck, press, squeeze, and exhale, relax. If the blocks that you set up are now too easy, you can adjust them. If you don't have any blocks at home, you can use pillows here to support you. Or just skip this pose and do some twisting on each side. Last few breaths here in hero's pose. Such a good pose to surrender into. Slowly making your way out. Any final shape you want before Shavasana, go for it. If you're ready, Shavasana's ready for you. Maybe a twist on each side really quick, or waterfall, let the blood flow down. And start to take a few deeper breaths. Inviting some movement back into the body. Might roll onto your left side. Take a breath. Making your way back to seated. And our hands back into a prayer. Remembering our intention. We don't need to perform. We don't need to be perfect. We don't need to achieve. We can just be. We bow to ourselves. We bow to one another, our God. Namaste.